We are back with a brand new video. What is good, Heat Nation? In today's video, we're going to be recapping and discussing the Heat's loss against the Lakers and some of the more inconsistencies on this roster and the reoccurring problems that we've been seeing throughout the entirety of the season and what the Heat have to do in order to fix this roster. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Leave a comment as to what you guys think the Heat should do, in the future and at the trade deadline, like what moves do you think they should make, because clearly this roster is not where it needs to be. So yeah, man, just make sure you guys fill up that comment section. I did appreciate you guys interacted with the last comment section a lot, even if a lot of y'all were flaming me about the Trae Young thing. I still stand by it. I still would trade Tyler for Trae Young, but that's a whole different story. Another thing I want to talk about, because I did not get the chance to, prayers up for Demar Hamlin. If you guys are not aware, obviously Buffalo Bills safety he was in critical condition last night. Today he's apparently in a lot better state, which is really positive. So just prayers up to him. Keep him in your thoughts, guys. But yeah, we can get right into it. So last night when the news broke out that LeBron was gonna miss the game, obviously AD was anyway out. Lonnie Walker was also someone who was reported to miss the game. I was like, okay, here we go, because somebody is about to drop 30 and I don't know who it's gonna be, but someone who hasn't done anything this season is gonna go off, and it was Dennis Schroeder. He gave us the business, 32 points, and he just looked like the second coming of Allen Iverson out there. He was getting by people with ease. It wasn't anything to him. Like, he was crazy. And, shout out to Dennis, man. He was the best player on the floor, because not only was he amazing offensively, he literally took Tyler out the game defensively. Tyler didn't have a clue as to what he was doing offensively. And Dennis Schroeder literally carried the Lakers to a win. And, this is something that we've seen too many times. When star players are out for opposing teams, it should be a game that the Heat should easily win. And unfortunately, they just come out and lay an egg. They don't play with energy, and they just don't show it on both ends of the floor. And unfortunately for them, it's hurt them time and time again. This team plays up to competition, and this team plays down to competition. And that is not a good thing. If you want to be a team that has aspirations of contending for a title, you have to be able to take care of business against the teams that you're supposed to beat. Now, last night we played terribly, and we were still in the game because we were playing against a team that had 10 times less the talent that we did on the floor. So I was like, you know what, we're playing badly, that's fine, but if we can pull it out, it'll still be a positive, because it's a win. A win is a win. Unfortunately, I thought we were gonna do that, because in the fourth quarter or in the late third, we took a 6 or 7 point lead. And then from there, the Lakers just came out and they just took the lead, and I don't think we got the lead back for the rest of the game. So shout out to the Lakers. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. The Heat came out, played flat, and it was the most disappointing loss of the season. And a lot of I don't even know where to start. Do I start on the offensive end, the defensive end? I guess I'll start with the offense. The only positive of the game was Bam Adebayo. Him having his third straight 30-point night. He is definitely going to make the All-Star team, and he's been probably the brightest spot of the season so far has been his play. And honestly, I feel really bad for him, because offensively he's asked to do everything: set screens, shoot mid-range jump shots, drive to the rim, get other people involved, play make. He's doing everything for this team. Him and Jimmy were the only players who and Jimmy kind of, because in the first half Jimmy was non-existent. In the second half he turned up a little bit, but him and Jimmy were the only two players who literally did anything offensively in last night's game. Now, Tyler was stifled, as I talked about. Dennis Schroeder was on him like glue, and we've seen this with Tyler time and time again, and it's something that people will ignore because they love Hero, because he's drafted by the Heat. He's people love, Heat fans, they either love or hate Tyler, and I'm actually kind of the anomaly here, because I'm in the middle. I like Tyler. I'm not a super fan of him, but I'm not, a hater. A lot of people hate Tyler for no reason, and a lot of people just love Tyler overly, and they're willing to ignore his flaws and weaknesses. And this is something that we have to talk about. Time and time again, when he has been shown pressure, blitzing, trapping, any sort of physical defense, he does not react well. And I'm not calling him soft, because he's not soft, but I'm just saying every time he's been guarded like that, because we saw it in the playoffs last season. DeLon Wright gave him fits. Matisse Thybulle gave him fits. He just hasn't been reacting well. And last night against the Lakers, Dennis Schroeder did not leave him, and Tyler literally didn't have any clue as to what to do. And this is the problem, because he's obviously made strides, and he's obviously a much improved player than he was in his rookie season, but he still has a long way to go as far as offensive skill creation if he wants to get to the level of some of these elite scorers, because he still shows inability at times to create his own shot without a screen. Now, I'm not saying he's definitely gotten better at it, and I'm not saying he's like a lot of people want to call him screen boy. He's not a screen boy. He's not a screen merchant. He can create a shot without a screen. It's just very inconsistent. And, at times he just looks lost if he doesn't have a screen. And that's just something that we have to be able to fix. He has to be able to fix, because we've invested a max contract in him. So I'm not worried about him, because I think that he will bounce back. But it's just something that we have to talk about, because this has happened multiple times now, and it's becoming a pattern with Tyler. Every time someone plays physical defense on him, he folds. So I just wanted to talk about Tyler there. Defensively, again, he was a cone. Him and Kyle, we probably have the worst defending backcourt in the NBA. Kyle didn't do himself any favors either. I'll get to him. But yeah, defensively, everybody was getting blown by. It wasn't even just Tyler and Kyle, surprisingly. Tyler and Kyle started getting blown by. But after that, bro, Depot was getting blown by. Everybody, Dennis Schroeder was giving the business for everyone. And yeah, I don't even know how to phrase it, apart from the fact that this team defensively is only top 10 because of Bam. Because Jimmy has missed a majority of the season anyway. But if it was not for Bam, bro, I don't think y'all understand where this defense would be if it was not for him, because he literally covers up everything. And I feel so bad for him, because offensively he's asked to do so much, and defensively you're asking him to cover up everything. Every time someone gets blown by, which is inevitable, you're asking him to help and contest on the drive and leave his man. And that just leads to an easy dump off or something like that. Now he has to choose between guarding two players. It's a whole nother dilemma for him. So, yeah, man, I think that the thing about Bam is that he is just I just think that he's very underappreciated. And right now, he's getting some props because of his scoring averages. But even before then, people didn't understand what he meant to this team. Heat fans probably did. I'm just talking about casuals across the NBA. Y'all don't understand. Bam's impact is probably a top 10 impact of anyone in the game. He is crazy. Kyle Lowry, I'm done, bro. I'm sorry. This is the video that I'm saying it. I've given him so much time, and y'all might call me. I don't even think I'm being reactionary here. I've been patient. I've probably been the most patient Heat fan with Kyle Lowry. There's been people who have been out on him since last season. I gave it time. I was bro, okay, maybe he's shown a couple of flashes here and there, whatever. Maybe he'll get better. Maybe it was just because of the fact that he was out of shape. Nah, bro, he's done. I just don't think. I really don't see a way back for Kyle Lowry to, I don't see a way back, bro. I think it's done, and I'm out. I'm out on Kyle Lowry. I think he's got to go. Plain and simple. You're not trading Tyler, obviously, because you just invested such a big max spot in him. So Kyle Lowry has to be the one to go off that backcourt. Now, obviously, his value is extremely low right now because his contract is ridiculously high. So you're going to have to probably attach a pick or something. But if it means getting rid of him for someone who could be an upgrade, I honestly don't think Gabe Vincent starting would be anything worse right now. I really don't. I think that Gabe Vincent, maybe not as much. He might not be as good of a player as Kyle, but I just don't think I don't think we have anything to lose here, because the way Kyle has been playing has been atrocious. He's been showing, sometimes he'll give you something, but apart from that, it's bro, for what we're paying him, it's not nearly enough. So like I said, this is the video I say it. I'm out on Kyle Lowry. He has to go. Who are we gonna trade him for? Beats me. I don't really know. That's something I'll have to talk about in a future video. Trade packages for Kyle Lowry. That'll probably come soon. But I just want to express that I'm extremely disappointed in Kyle, and I thought he would be better. Unfortunately, he was not. And, you know, I don't think there's any other thing that we can do besides trade him. And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen because he's Jimmy's boy. And if you're Jimmy's boy, I think the front office will try to, you know, keep Jimmy happy. So I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I'm pretty sure the whole team knows at this point that he's not the same player as he was. So, yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say. Apart from that, bro, this team is very inconsistent. Like the 3-point shooting, you know, if the shots are not falling from 3, like I don't really understand how this team is able to develop a consistent offense, because the half-court offense is literally just live by the 3, die by the 3. And we had a lot of pain points, but that's only because the 3-point shots were not falling. And you cannot expect Bam to have 30 every night. So, like, yeah, he's done it for 3 games in a row, but like at some point he's not gonna have 30. And what are you gonna do if he's not having 30? Like, Jimmy has to step up in the first half. The 3-point shots have to fall. Like, we have a lot of inconsistent shooters. Our team is very small in general. We're getting out-rebounded every single time. Dwayne Dedmon does not belong on the floor. I don't know why Spo played Dwayne Dedmon when he already played Orlando Robinson. Like, that was very dumbfounding to me. Like, there's a lot of inconsistency with this team, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, like, I'm just kind of at the point where it's like, you know what, like, we don't really have much to lose right now, so please just roll the dice and do something, Pat Riley and Mickey Arison and Andy Ellsberg. Like, please just save us from this misery, because sometimes we'll be playing well, sometimes we'll be playing like trash, and I can't just bear it. I just need this team to be consistent in some sort of way. Either be consistently good or consistently bad, because this mediocre, you know, halfway purgatory thing, it's not going to cut it, and it's probably the worst spot that any team can be in professional sports. So, yeah, I just think that, you know, it starts with making a trade, getting a power forward. Caleb Martin, he's played well this season, but he's not a 4. He should be coming off the bench. Replacing Kyle Lowry, like, that has to happen as well. Like, I don't think his leash should be as big as Jimmy's and Bam's. There's a lot of stuff, but let me know down in the comment section below, man. I'll see y'all later as always. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Peace.